Okay, welcome to the neighborhood school. I'm Dianthe, principal, and I've been principal for 9 years. As hard as that is to believe.
Hi, I'm Denise. I'm the parent coordinator. I am also a former parent of three students that graduated from the neighborhood school.
Great. And how many years does that make you, Denise, having been here?
Been here 15 years.
All right, so we are going to show you some slides to give you a sense of our school. Let me just share my screen. Okay. And all right. So we are located at 131 East 3rd Street, and that's between Avenue A and First Avenue. And you will enter through the big red doors. But before you do, you walk through our beautiful garden that was built and is maintained by TNS, the neighborhood school, and Star Academy parents and families. And we do share the building with another elementary school, Star Academy.
Now I would like to read you our mission statement. TNS mission statement. The neighborhood school's mission is based on our belief that children thrive when we build on their strengths and provide a safe and nurturing environment. Our practices and policies are rooted in anti-bias and anti-racist work, which involves the entire school community. Our interdisciplinary, inquiry-based curriculum encompasses children's interests and is responsive to the needs of each child. We collaborate with families in order to foster a community that is supportive of the whole child. School-wide policies and practices are formed collaboratively and dynamically to provide a cohesive and thoughtful environment for our community.
All right, so what does that look like? So I'll start with curriculum. We, as a progressive school, we really believe in project-based learning and project-based assessment. So in-depth studies are really integrated with themes, and then we usually consider the social studies the heart of the curriculum. And then as much as possible, we will integrate literacy, science, math into our social studies curriculum. One thing that's very unique about our school is teachers create the curriculum. The grade teams plan over the summer, but in each classroom, it ends up looking a little bit different. And that is because the curriculum is emergent, which means it's responsive to the needs and interests and identities of the children and the teachers who are in that class. It's also responsive to things that are happening in our world and is aligned with the next generation standards. And finally, classroom work is conducted collaboratively so that children learn to work with others and work well with others in social groupings. Our social emotional learning is a very strong part of the curriculum, and it has always been that way. Our school, during the pandemic, adopted the teddy bear curriculum, which means that every single child and staff member has a teddy bear. We think of the teddy bears as tools, so really a way for children to express what is coming up for them. It can also be a way for teachers to talk about things that they're observing and to support children through maybe more challenging feelings. They also provide safety and what we call containment for children when they're in school. And it's very much integrated into literacy and even social studies. As Denise read in our mission statement, we have a very much of a strong focus on anti-bias, anti-racist curriculum from pre-K all the way up through 4th and 5th grade. We want our children to see themselves in every day of the classroom and see each other reflected, and then learn about others who are similar and different from them. But most importantly, we really want children to think of themselves as change makers so that they can make a difference in the world. And an example of this is the food pantry in the bottom there, which was built by our kindergarten first grade class last year in response to the homelessness issue that children had observed in our neighborhood. Finally, assessment looks very different at our school than at other schools. So we don't give grades at our school. Instead, we give descriptive, lengthy narrative reports that really describe the strengths, the challenges, the interests of a child, just how they operate in the classroom day to day. We also believe in the developmental approach and not benchmarks. So we know that children, for example, learn how to read at different times, somewhere between pre-K through second grade normally. And so we really support children on their individual path. We have both formal and informal assessments. We also believe in students really owning their own learning, and to that end, all of our conferences beginning in pre-K are led by children alongside the teacher and the families. And then finally, I think it's important to know that at our school, we do not do any formal test prep. And historically, about 80% of our families have opted out of the state tests in third, fourth, and fifth grade.
So I'm going to go over our classes. Currently, we have 12 classes in our school. Our classes are grouped in multi-age configurations to allow each child to develop both academic and leadership skills. This also allows the children and teachers to know each other and work together over a longer period of time. And our model of special education is full inclusion. So we have integrated co-teaching, also known as ICT, classes on every grade, beginning in kindergarten. Occupational therapy, counseling, speech, and physical therapy are offered by our TNS service providers, which means they are our staff and they are with your children here in the school.
In addition to the rich curriculum that happens in the classroom, all neighborhood school children participate in Spanish, physical education, and science taught by TNS teachers. We also have a vibrant library with a full-time librarian who works with all of our children. And as I mentioned at the start, we have a garden, and we definitely use that as a source of curriculum and inspiration for our children, really providing them with some hands-on experiences in nature.
So we also partner with different community-based organizations. So we have Studio in a School that we work with arts, and so all our students get arts. We also have partners at Third, which is a partnership with Third Street Music School. And so our students get to get those programs, but are also offered free classes at music school and reduced classes for the second year. I know this. My children all went through it, and I still have a child at music school now. New York City Ballet also comes, and we have Notes in Motion, which works with our students with dance and movement.
That mute button. Thank you so much. If you have any interest in reaching out to us personally, you can email Denise at tnsny.org, and we can answer your questions and address any particular questions that you might have for your family and your child. Good luck in this process, and we hope to see you soon.
Bye. Thank you.